Africa is continuing to struggle to meet its water demands. Migration to the cities combined with climate change is a key factor that's implicated in the water shortage around South Africa. Now, this week marks Water Saving Week to talk about the awareness and how to use water a bit more sparingly and what's available to us. Joyce Moganedi, sales manager at ABB Energy Industries, joins us from Johannesburg this morning. Joyce, hello to you. Just how bad is the water problem around the country?
Good morning. Yes, so South Africa has got some serious water shortage issues, and it's become a crisis now. I mean, we've seen, according to the 2019 General Household Survey, where, we've seen that generally households have access up to water, and that has improved. But 3.1% of the households still fetch water from rivers, streams, and stagnant water pools that, pose a general hygiene on their health. And also there's problems with rising populations and rapid urbanization as well. So we're projected to be like 74.3% by 2050. And, we have this lack of public appreciation of water that's also putting a lot of pressure on South Africa's water stress levels.
Joyce, let's talk about the South African water stress levels for a moment. You're saying South Africans don't have an appreciation, and I completely agree with you. I must be honest, I didn't know this particular stat. Let me read it for our viewers. 70% of the country's total water supply is actually earmarked for business. That means mining, industrial use, power generation and agriculture, meaning essentially for you and I, Joyce, and everyone watching, we only have 30% of usable water for us to consume. It's not enough for 60 million people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, with the stats that you've just shared, it just, brings to mind, the importance of saving water, not only from a consumer level, but also from an industry level. And also, what can, the Department of Water and Sanitation can do in order to help. And, we need to see more projects that are coming up in water reuse spaces, in sanitation projects, and also just generally, the infrastructure. We need to see more upgrade projects coming up in order to, cope with the current capacity issues that we have. Yes.
Let's talk about wastewater reusage. What is that? Help me understand, for someone who doesn't understand how this works. How do we reuse wastewater?
Yeah, so wastewater reuse is just taking water that was meant for wastewater and, purifying it and cleaning it to a level where it can be used, for hygiene purposes such as drinking water and general household use. So generally and on a basic level, that's what water reuse is all about.
As you and I begin to wrap up here now, Joyce, what can we do? People watching today at home perhaps are frightened by how little water we have off the back of the stats that I read earlier. Or give us one tip that South Africans can start doing today to at least try and make something of a difference.
Yeah, I think one of the most important tips, and also on a short-term basis, and I'm happy to see campaigns and initiatives such as, the Water Saving Week, that we continue to put this awareness out there to the public to say that, look, we have a water crisis and we need to do something about it. And, from a consumer level, there are certain things that, the government has stressed that, we should, continue doing. There are simple things that we can implement in our households in order to see, to try and save water and use water more cautiously. And also, in terms of, pipelines, if there are bursts, it's also quite, important for us as citizens to report that kind of pipe bursts so that, in the thinking and in the initiative of saving water, because the crisis such as we have is definitely scary if we do not do something about it.
I think many people would agree with you, and I'm going to say thank you this morning for speaking to us.
Yes.
Joyce Moganetti, sales manager at ABB Energy Industry. Some worrying stats, just how little usable water is available for the population. This is after you take out mining, industrial use, power generation and agriculture. I was horrified to see how much water goes to power generation, considering how little water we actually have in South Africa. All right.